Kevin, I got to go to the money question. When do we begin to see results this morning?
We don't know. We are supposed to get them later today. Of course, the Iowa Democratic Party saying that there were inconsistencies in the reporting, and as a result of that, they're going to be not releasing the results until they're certain. They're blaming an app. They're blaming a reporting. I can tell you that based upon my own reporting, just within the last 12 hours, that there were complaints and that were lodged by precinct captains, Tom, about how they're able to crunch these numbers. There's that. And then there's now this emerging story about the future of the Democratic caucus here in Iowa.
Yeah.
In particular, this is a Republican stronghold state. This is a state now where all of these candidates spent a lot of time, a lot of money to get a result to try to kick off their start here. Whoever wins, if they announce the results today, Tom, the President's State of the Union is set to begin in just over 12 hours.
Okay, Kevin, I'm Iowa out. Let's go to a Democratic stronghold that's not all white. That would be New Hampshire. So we're going to go a week on to New Hampshire. What is New Hampshire going to be like for the Sanders-Warren adjacency to that geography?
A battle. The gloves are going to come off. I can tell you again, I mean, just talking with donors and staffers at the campaigns, they were fully anticipating to have a new trajectory, Tom, of the race coming out of Iowa. But now that there's so much confusion, it's going to be an incredible sprint. Usually they save this for Nevada and South Carolina. But now, I mean, the urgency here is just only going to intensify. And but the Buttigieg campaign is the one to watch, and here's why. Of the early numbers that did come out, there was significant from the exit polls at various other media outlets, including CNN. There were numbers for Buttigieg that suggested that he was going to have a strong showing, maybe not win the caucus, but strong showing with younger voters, strong showing with senior citizens. And that's really going to get interesting, especially as he tries to contrast himself with Joe Biden and tries to contrast himself with Elizabeth Warren. The other thing that I would say about the confusion and the chaos that we're seeing in Des Moines is that it would have put pressure on candidates, Tom, to drop out of the race. That's in question this morning as we head into New Hampshire. There really isn't a reason, at least now, for folks to get out of there, to get out of the race, because there's so much confusion about the results of the caucus.
Okay, Kevin, when the results are out, will people trust them?
That's a great question, Francine. And to be honest, I'm not sure they will. Look, the last cycle, 4 years ago, remember that the Sanders campaign supporters raised questions about Hillary Clinton and her winning the caucus. So there is so much confusion that has been injected, so much volatility that has been injected, that and now we're heading into the State of the Union tonight, the acquittal tomorrow of President Trump, and that they don't get a news cycle to declare victory. And I can't stress this enough. This is such a shock. And the buzz, the chatter amongst all of the thousands of media members from around the world who have descended upon Des Moines is really palpable at the confusion and the level of frustration. And based upon my reporting, talking to all the staffers, the frustration is an understatement, because there were some words that I can't repeat this morning that were thrown around about how frustrated they are with what happened or didn't happen in the last 12 hours.